It has been a week since I started my medical leave, so I wanted to record myself an update to really talk about how I've been feeling, like the difference that I've noticed, and all the changes. I know it's only been a week, but also at the same time, so many things have happened in this week. Honestly, like it felt like a long time for me. I did not rest as well as I thought I would, just because there were so many other things that I'm also trying to figure out at the same time. But I do notice like a significant difference. So before I started my leave, I kept thinking back and forth for like more than a couple weeks. I'm like, should I just do more work, like maybe do one more day, hang in there for 2 more days, or just hold on to this weekend? Maybe I'll recover like on the weekend and then I'll feel better next week. And that's still the same thought that I had in my head over and over again, until I finally decided to pull the trigger, because at the time my work performance was really getting hurt by me couldn't focus, by all those negative thoughts that I have in my head. So I, like, after that night of like long thinking, I decided to pull the trigger and did it. And I talked to HR. I was still, nervous, guilty. But after like this is like said and done, I've noticed that in that following week, which is just this week, I felt so much better. I am not like 100% recovered, but it does feel like 50% of the negative thoughts and all the burdens in my head, and all the losing focus, losing memory, all the negativities, really, all the like stress like went away, maybe like about 50%, almost like relieved, almost like instantly. It's amazing how that works. I actually talked to one of the friends that I knew later on, that she quit her job because she was having like this similar situation. She had like a completely different profession. She was a teacher, and she was telling me that like she was having all those troubles, and then she decided to quit. Once she quit, like all those symptoms disappeared. And I was like, you know what, that was exactly the same thing that I went through. So it is pretty amazing, because this is like a situational, almost like caused anxiety or depression. So leaving that situation, it does really have helped me in improving my in my like both mental and like physical condition. So that's one thing that I feel. And the other thing is, so I used to have this bad habit of biting my nails all the time, especially when I was stressed. So the crazy thing is, like, when I'm at home on the weekend, I don't bite my nails. But then as soon as like Monday comes, like all my nails will be gone. And it took me a long time to get rid of this habit. I started this since elementary school, and then I finally started to reduce it maybe about college, because I started doing manicures for my nails, and then that's how I stopped doing it. I stopped like biting or picking on my nails. I have been doing my own nails for like the last few years, but ever since my son was born, I just did not have that time nor energy. So I stopped doing it. And as soon as I got back to work, like this biting nails and picking nails, like it came back like almost like very quickly. I've noticed like this big difference. And the other thing is, I have eczema in a couple places. Like one is like underarm here. This place is like the first time that I've ever had, and this place I would have it occasionally, it would be on and off, and it usually goes away within a week. This, it has been like, it gets like really itchy, and the skin is like very bumpy, like lesser skinned. Usually it goes away by itself for about like a week, within about a week. This had been around here for like more than 2 months. It actually starting to go away. Like, I can feel it ever since I started my medical leave. So I'm guessing like the stress and when my body feels so tired and my brain feels so tired, my immune system is probably down. It's kind of crazy because it's like I can tell that it's starting to go away by itself. Those are the difference that I noticed too. And I'm definitely having, more energy, even though I'm still like very busy, and also I'm still dealing with other issues. Oh, and also I have seen the most therapists and psychiatrists that I've ever seen, probably like for the last 2 weeks. One of my like big goal that I want for myself this year is I want to learn dancing, and also hoping to use that to get into shape. So now I have more time to do it, and I do love dancing even though I never learned it, but I do love it. And so I follow those videos, I do dancing, and it makes me happy. And then what else? I don't have the best lighting here, but my skin condition definitely has been better. Like, the pimples are gone, and I don't know, like my mind is clearer. I was just on such a survival mode before that I just could not think. But now I actually can use those time, like I have some time to think about myself. And like I mentioned before, that I've realized that in the past 30 something years, I've never honestly paid enough attention to myself. I've never cared about myself enough, or have given myself enough love either. So I, like, now I'm, after 30 something years, I finally am starting to learn about myself, and learn about like, what do I like, who am I, what should I do. Because I've been having work issues, relationship issues. Those have finally led me to understand that I gotta put more focus on myself, because I've have just been putting too much attention on everyone else except myself. And it's really time to think about, to be living for myself, and also think about how can I be happy. That's really like what I want to focus on. I never journal every day, but now I would put down some of the thoughts that I have. Like, when I started to be on medical leave, I've wrote down something about like half a page, kind of like about my thoughts and how I was feeling. And this last week, I've actually written like pages about like my experience, and also my feelings. And also every time after I talk to my therapist too, I would have new thoughts and new realizations about myself too. So I also write these down. I find it a very good way to clean up my head, organize my thoughts. That's where I'm at right now. One of the purpose that I want to do this YouTube channel is to reach to those people that are also struggling mentally, physically, and I want to share my thoughts and share my journey. How am I feeling and all those, because when I decided to, make that change, before I decided to pull the trigger for medical leave, those were like scary, and I felt guilty about leaving my team and my coworkers behind. But at the end of the day, this was hurting my work performance, but also myself. So that's why I decided, let's do it and see how it goes. And honestly, I think that was definitely the right decision, because at first I was still trying to, like, maybe try to drag on like one more day, two more day. But ever since I started my leave, I felt so much better. I'm still dealing with a lot of other issues and still trying to figure those out, but I know that I am already feeling better, and I now actually finally have time to think about and explore and learn more about myself. So I think this is going in the right direction, and I'm honestly just much happier in general. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I think I definitely smile more, and I think that's it.